Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from Division 3 League Racing, Zoom Racing League. I am your host today, Freddie Rizal. I am joined by Mr. Aero, Frenchman himself. How are we doing today?
Doing good. Pretty tired of yesterday's race, but I'm do my best tonight.
Absolutely. D4 was an amazing race to watch. A lot of clean battling going on. But there was a lot of incidents going on. Also, we had 2 safety cars last night. Very interesting race to come and watch. D3 was an absolute blast last week as well. We've actually got the first race ban of the season. We've got Logan, who is sitting out for tonight, I'm pretty sure. He had a lot of tickets from last week, and he got 7 penalty points, and which makes him on 8 penalty points, as he had 1 from last season, which carries over to the next season. So he has a permanent race ban and then an optional race ban that's deciding with the stewards and the moderator team. But anyway, let's focus on tonight. So yeah, we've got John Ranger sitting on the top of the leaderboard with 35 points, followed up by Nathan Doan, just 2 points behind, quite tight, as you would expect in the first race of the season. Got Aston Martin up there as well, who's 6th and 7th in the standings. Quite solid week from last week. See how we do today. We have What a Yoke in 5th. He actually won the race last week, but after penalties, he actually dropped down to P4. So yeah, he's got a lot of work to do for tonight if he wants to be in the top 5 once again. But yeah, let's go along and see what quality can show us. I think that is it. Aaron Green on a lap, coming down to turn 7, coming down to the second straight. So, Era, I'm going to be asking you a few questions during that tonight, and we're going to start with one right now. Would you, as you raced last night?
What? Sorry?
I was just saying, as you raced last night, was there any so while you were practicing it during the week, was the track normal as you expected, or was it more harder to find grip out there?
It was harder to find grip that I was expected. On the first 2 runs of quali, I spun on the last corner and then on the first corner. I never did that before, so it was clearly, while I was taking less risks than I usually do, so I struggled to find grip, but at the end when I found the race, it was easier. Just quali was a bit hard, but once you get the start done and the first 10 laps, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just watching Aaron Green just start his lap coming down to the first main straight. Going a little bit wide through the turn 3 at the end of sector 1. I'm not sure what really happened. Maybe he just tried to go flat out and just did not work. Everyone will be running different setups, as their team will be providing the drivers WhatsApps. So it'll be interesting. But Aaron's actually reserving for the Alpine team today. I'm trying to work out who is missing.
I think no one. Everyone's here. No one's missing.
Yeah, but there's a main driver in the Alpine who is missing, and I can't remember who.
I know who. My teammate. At least last season's teammate is Condor. Condor didn't race in Brazil too. He isn't racing tonight. I don't know if he has issues with his wheel or his game or his computer, or just he doesn't find the time to do it. He never missed a race last season. He was a great teammate. Wholesome people. He was really nice. Always a team player. So I hope Alpine is pretty happy of him, even though he didn't race yet. But surely in practice he can help the way he can and do his best for the team.
Absolutely. Got the Scarlet Ferraris just ending up finishing the lap. Their team principal is actually at the Yas Marino circuit for this week's Grand Prix. Really exciting things to see. So he'll be actually missing the first 2 weeks, as he missed last week in Brazil as well. But next week he will be back in Division 1. Can't wait to finally kill him on track in Division 1.
Yeah, as you have raced in the Division 1 race in Brazil, I saw it was pretty... there was a lot of contacts, and I don't know how many tickets were made, but I guess you can tell us how did you feel the race last week in D1?
In
Like, was
D1,
it?
I mean, it was my first ever race in D1, and the field is very tight compared to the other divisions, and I've never been used to that before in league racing, but I had a lot of incidents with people taking me out, but then after the race it showed to be desync, so it does not help my favour, but yeah, I actually did get P10, so it was quite a fun race, and I'm quite happy with the result. But we've got an Aston Martin P1, P2 currently, 24-1 and 24-2, so that's really tight up there right now.
Really good times for D4, but for D3 it won't be enough, I guess. Maybe I think pole position will be in the 23.87 maybe.
I think 23.5. I'm gonna go with that.
23.5?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. I know Seb did a lot of, not a lot, but he did quite a bit quali session to train, and he was doing pretty well. Team manager was pretty happy of his performance, so I guess it's showing a good thing for tonight, but we will wait for him to be on track. For the moment he didn't. Dan is the first Mercedes to take the checkered flag, to take the track, and he's P5 for the moment, so I guess he's doing well. He will improve, I'm pretty sure of it.
Mercedes not having the start they wanted. Obviously, Luke Locklear, being team principal, he wants to bring that Mercedes team back up in the top 3. And last week just didn't show. They had a lot of minor mistakes, putting wrong setups on, not even putting any setups on, and having a lot of incidents on track. And if you have those incidents, it will cost you points.
Yeah, true. Even if you're not the one who made the incident, I'm thinking of D4 last night with OK Jordi and Haas of Kevin Magnussen that we see tonight in the Williams. They had a bit of incident. I know once, I think the boatman, but it's only one was the one who made the contact, and the other one lost points even though he wasn't the one in doing bad. So you to get points, you firstly need to finish, and it's the most important thing in this league. Finish, you will get points, and every point matters. At the end of last season in combined constructors, we had a fight between Aston Martin and Mercedes who was very tight even in the last race of the season, so it shows every points matter, and these points a lot of people lost in the first race or maybe in the second one can be critical for the end of the season.
Absolutely. So we've got Kevin Magnussen coming down to sector 1, coming down to the turn 4 hairpin, getting a bit of traffic of that Mercedes in a way, but he gets out nice and cleanly. And come down on the first year S straight. We've got a weaving Ferrari getting out of the way also. So coming down to turn 6, chicane, really tricky chicane to get right. Going down to 3rd gear, keeping it nice, hitting both apexes. Getting a really slow exit out of that corner, but it does not matter. He goes flat out, coming down to the next hairpin, 7 attempts up from his time, so it'll be around a 25.9 at the moment, which will put him around P12, but he's still got another sector to go.
Of course, behind him, I think. No, it's not, sorry. I thought the one behind him was Tuesday making a time, but not. Tuesday is in the end of Sector 2. He's setting his first lap time 53.7 for the end of Sector 2. Hope he can do well in last sector. He's doing well. He avoided the bump in turn 12, going into the hotel, the Latifi corner, and 2 corners to go. He's gonna finish. I have no idea of his pace usually, but it's gonna be a 25.0 P10, just behind the 2 Red Bulls with a great qualifying session for the moment. P8, P9. Ferrari 2, P3, P7. Ferrari showed great things last night with NVA winning, of course, and Aaron Green didn't. I don't remember his position, but he did well, I'm pretty sure of it. And who used the safety car at lap 11 to get a free pit stop for NVA, obviously, which made him win the race. Great strategy call from Ferrari, and great setup, because I think NVA didn't take the pole position last night, but he was qualifying P2 or P3, so pretty good. And Aston Martin too.
Absolutely, Seb getting the 24.1, just jumping up against both the Aston Martins. Ferrari coming across the line. No, he's coming in, but there is a McLaren, Leo Hudson, coming across the line, P3 for a Division 4 driver. Really nice lap from him. McLaren having a really good week last week. Not another good solid points as well last night. I don't know, they look different this season. I think with a new team principal, we definitely got the passion to take care of McLaren.
McLaren, you say? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to McLaren for my first season. It wasn't like the team to beat, but progress. Oh, nice lap time from Nathan Doan. I was looking at him. I was asking myself, where did he find pace? Because 23.7. Okay.
Spinini. Yeah, 23.7 Spinini. Now the track times are. The track is definitely heating up. The times are definitely coming in.
Yeah, of course. I was saying Nathan Doan was just a little bit faster than his time at the end of Sector 2, so he found all his pace in Sector 3. Maybe he made a mistake in his first lap. I have no idea, but he will have time to go in pits and take a new set of tires and remake a lap if he wants, and maybe go for the pole. But for the moment, Panini has it, and I'm pretty sure he will try to stick to it.
Yeah, John Ranger getting a 24.4, currently P7. Red Bull, I was saying this last night, and Red Bull just don't look like they're having more issues. I know it's week 2, and Ethan Patel did say to me last night that I'm overthinking it, but I honestly think that Red Bull they're just not up for it this season. I'm saying it right now, they're going to be like P3 this season.
Yeah, as you say it, Duncan just goes faster than his teammate and doing a 24.3. So yeah, maybe they are not as good as they were before, maybe because they don't have Cody anymore, who made the setup last season. I don't know. I think he was in Ferrari at the end of the season, and I don't know if he still made setup for for them. I have no idea. We saw that the Red Bull in last night had a great qualifying with Christian and Leo Hudson doing good results in qualifying, but in race the pace was really hard to find for them. Leo Hudson, who made a lot of mistakes too, a lot of crashes, and Christian, I didn't watch his race, but I know he didn't finish very high, so Red Bull really struggling this season, you're right, but I hope they can find the issue and work on it before the end of the season.
Absolutely. So we've got 3 minutes 20 seconds left. We have a Williams starting his hot lap. It's actually a reserve driver reserving for Logan, who is sitting out for his first race ban. So we're going to take it on board with Kevin Magnussen coming down to turn one. Should be going down to fourth gear, and he does, and maybe short shift into fifth to get better at exit. Try and get the throttle down, keeping it flat into turn 3. That's a really nice sector 1 time. This will be 1760. He's 40 milliseconds down. I'm surprised. Now keeping it into turn 4. Gets the throttle down really nicely. Now he's back on the first DRS straight. Coming down to turn 6, going down to 3rd gear. Hitting these apexes really nicely. Short shift to 4th. Getting the power down super early. He's got a McLaren actually weaving in front of him. Hopefully that will not block him. And he is now 1/10 up.
And now everyone is going out, so maybe a bit of traffic for the McLaren, who is in an outlap now at the hotel sector, and he will try to avoid that that much people. The Haas of what a yoke. I was watching him. He was starting his lap, but he had a bit of a moment in the last corner, which cost him time in sector 1. But he found the pace in sector 2 with the fastest sector 2 and 7/10 on his time. So maybe he made a mistake there. I have no idea. He's going through the end of sector 2, going into sector 3. He has people in front of him, an Alpine, an AlphaTauri, and his teammates. Okay, the Alpine gets out of the way, 2 corners to go. Is he gonna make the improvement he needs?
Ooh,
He
P10.
does. He takes 7th position as the Alpine of Aaron Green. No, sorry, it's not Aaron Green, it's Adeo, who is going on the lap. He needs that lap to be good, because now with a time of 1:29, there is improvements to be done. He can maybe take, like, I think he can do a 25 and take the P15, which are 4 places up. Oh, is it an Aston Martin?
It is an Aston Martin. Who is it? It's Joel Guron, who has aborted his lap, so that will be it for him. P5, but that's really still solid qualifying for the Aston boys. So we'll go on board with his teammate, who was 6 seconds up on sector 1. Honestly, I think this could be a Spanini pole here. Short shift to 5th, hitting those apexes really nice, getting the throttle down quite late than I thought, but it is what it is.
Yeah, as I'm watching Simon Colston, the McLaren, who didn't set really a time. He was planning to do it, but in the last lap he made a mistake, so he just went on another hitting lap. He goes on the first DRS straight. Behind the Red Bull, maybe he can get a bit of a slipstream.
Nathan Doan, P1. 3 temps up, 23.6. Now Spanini will get some pressure. Coming down to the last turn. Got to get this really nicely done. He does do that. And he misses out on pole. Can Marino do anything better? He is a 10th and a bit up through sector 2. Can he gain any more time in sector 3? He does! That's a Marino pole! The Italian man here. Williams car. That just does not work out.
Insane.
But now we have Duncan 2 temps up by this time through sector 2. There's a lot of time you can gain through sector 3 if you can get the lap right. And that's Ranger out of P8. Duncan coming across the line. What can he put up? P5, solid lap. And now we have.
Oh, great lap from the McLaren. Nice. P8. He just had one lap to do and he did it. He ran out of ERS by the end, but great lap for him. And it's pretty much night and day for Ferrari. With Nathan the one on the first row and Regraph P16. I don't know how I think he must have made a mistake to be that quite far. We know Regraph is a really good qualifier, a really good finisher, but he didn't make it today. I have no idea what happened. I wasn't looking to him, but really great qualifying for Marino, and I think it's his first pole position. Am I wrong?
I think he got pole position last week. I can't really remember too much.
I was crying about my race last week. I didn't watch the E3 race.
Mercedes still having a decent performance.
Yes,
getting a P3, P12. That's average, I'd say, maybe a little bit above average. We'll see what they could do in the races. But Dan does have a few positions to gain if he wants to help out Mercedes fight their way back to the top 3.
Yeah, of course. If you're looking in terms of teams, it's Aston Martin now with the best positions to start as a team. Maybe they can do something to get a podium. They can work together to push themselves to the podium. Maybe Spanini can, because Spanini was fastest in qualifying for the most of the qualifying, for the most of the time of the qualifying. So maybe he can get the pace he needs, and maybe he just made he didn't have a lot of luck by the end. I don't know if Marino or Nathan the one had slipstream or anything, but maybe he can try to get back to the podium and for the win. There will be no formation lap, so just a start as it should be. No idea of.
Yeah, no formation
just
lap. So we can't go on board with anyone, but that's 5 red lights. Long way and away we go. So just quickly going. Oh my God, Marino, a terrible start. Nathan Doan currently in P1, and there are some people dropping down. And who is that person dropping down? That looks like Kevin Magnussen. Oh, Tuesday up in the P5 solid position. Start for him. Currently on the mediums. DNF last week. So he's going down on the inside of Spanini. Spanini, really bad start.
Yeah, but Simon with a really great start. He was starting P8, now he's P3, behind the 2 leaders, behind the Pullman and the Ferrari. Maybe he can try to take advantage of it when they are fighting.
Leo Hudson taking out Tuesday in turn 6, and that will cost Tuesday for his push. And there was some incidents. Both AlphaTauris are down in the bottom 2, and I've just gone off board with someone. It's Tuesday once again, going side by side with Seb. It has to be Mercedes battle going on right now. And Tuesday sticks with the P5. Now his hunt on Spanini is back on.
And Spanini a bit far of the top 3 ahead of him with the Ferraris. The McLaren, Simon takes advantage of it.
Wow,
and
I didn't even see that.
He has went from P8 to P1. Didn't see it, but
Leo Hudson dropping down the order, and that is Dan. Leo Hudson once again with an incident, looks like.
Yeah, we
And that is Dan's
at
end
the
plate gone. Oh wait, no, it's still there. And Leo Hudson,
at
he definitely does not have an end plate, so there was definitely contact with both of them. But
at the end of last night's race, we are talking with a lot of D4 drivers, and we are all agreeing that Leo Hudson was he maybe was good because in Brazil he won and by far, so he could be good when he's alone, but he can't race with people around him. Like he is really struggling to. He goes into everyone. He just. But he will learn. It's his first season. He's gonna learn. For the moment, he.
sorry to interrupt. Ranger getting a move done on Aaron Green. And Joel was looking on the inside as well. He was trying to follow Ranger on Aaron Green as well. So that's it. And Marino is around.
No.
Yes. Wait, there was someone else
Oh,
around. That
and
was
Spanini
Spanini.
has something. Did Nathan Dawn do a trick to them? Oh, Spanini going wide into last corner.
So what a yoke.
He's getting attacked by the Haas. Haas on the outside. Will he make it? And he does. Duncan behind. No, Duncan can't make it.
No, you cannot. But what a start by the Haas boys.
Yeah, and by Simon too. He's already 3.7 seconds ahead of the Ferrari, and 4 people pitting in the lap 2.
Duncan making a move on Marino down on the first straight. Will Marino go for it? He does look on the inside and he does go for it. We're on summer side. Through the corner. Oh! There's an incident with Marino and Duncan and that lets Adeo through.
Yeah, I must say, Aaron Green with a really great start for the. He's a D4 driver, P6 at the moment. He qualified P14, so 8 positions taken. Really great start from him. And he's fighting with the Haas behind him, putting his elbows out, and for the moment nobody's passing him. So really great start from him.
Fitzgerald making a move on Kevin Magnussen. Now there's a bit of a DRS train going on at the front as Simon Colston just nearly getting that 5-second gap already. As we are only in lap 4, so he will be pitting around lap 7, I'd say.
He will have a free pit stop.
And that
will he take it or not?
That is cushy around. Has he got a wing? I thought I saw a end plate lost, and yes, I have. He will need to come in and box. So once again, another bad start for AlphaTauri drivers, as they didn't have the ideal start they wanted in Brazil either.
As Regraph is fighting Notorious Jelly.
Regraph
on the much better exit DRS, he's gonna make it.
Yeah, that Jelly, I'm not going to say his first name because I just can't say it, but Jelly is nearly out of battery already and only in P13.
Yeah. And is the McLaren first? Yeah, he's using a bit of battery, but not quite much.
I think Adeo might have just lost it out of turn 11, looks like, so losing 3 positions.
Oh, I just saw the end of the action, but he had a contact with Fitz Dickwell and...
Oh, there is a Williams around, and that is Marino. And there's an Alpine and Williams collision as well.
Oh, okay, he had a bit of a moment. Although I thought he would spin, but he didn't. And yeah, as I was saying, in coming to the Latifi's corner, he had a contact with his Dickwell. I don't know what happened, but he got sent into the barrier. He has no apparent damage for the moment, so I guess it won't affect his performance, but but he might be. Might he has no DRS? Oh no, he. Okay, I thought he would have. And Kevin Magnussen with a great start too. He's a D4 driver. He moved from Red Bull to Haas, so moved from all to I don't know if it's a common expression in English, but in France it is. Right, he went from a really good team to a not the really bad because they are P9, not P10, but he moved from a team with a good setup, a good strategy to this, and now he's in D3, started last, and he's 13 for the moment. Of course, he took advantage of the pit stop who were made because of Leo Hudson, but for the moment he's keeping a Dow behind and Marino, so he's doing good.
Absolutely. Ranger currently in P5, sitting in a really average spot at the moment. P5 would do him any day of the week. Got Haas just sitting behind him, but could actually miss out on DRS if he does not get in that 1 second for the next straight, and that will cause some problems on the Alpine behind him.
Oh, he's gonna have it. And there is this DRS train, and behind them no one has DRS except for Notorious Jelly. But no, he doesn't even have DRS. He's just behind Regraph for the moment. Oh, did
Simon
that's
is
done.
in. Simon's in.
Oh, what?
So Simon is in his is in the pitch, going on the mediums. Is he doing the two-stopper?
He might, but will it go out in traffic?
Oh,
Oh
no.
no, I felt it's Ranger, I think.
That is Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger spun and lost it.
Lucky for him, he has a Alfa Romeo on his inside.
Yeah, Simon is going out ahead of Marino. He's gonna give him the DRS, but he's pretty much in dry hair. So Marino spun out of 10-4.
That's very unlucky.
So Simon really alone.
Yeah, a battle for second at the moment. Seb getting a slipstream, the ERS and the DRS, and he's flying. He's gonna try and make the move. Nathan defending very well with that hairpin, and he keeps a P2 spot for now.
The Ferrari has a lot of battery too, so it won't make the difference. It has to be done by the DRS. But really great call for the McLaren. For the moment, he's alone. He has nobody to defend from and nobody in front of him to attack. So hopefully he can make this strategy work and go for the win.
So Seb just 4 tenths behind Nathan Doan coming down to turn 4, trying to get a better exit of Nathan Doan. Nathan Doan going to be using none of that, using that ARS. Seb's just going to try and sit behind him with this straight, but okay, I could be wrong. He's definitely going for a move into turn 6, and let's hopefully see if these guys are going to keep it clean. Oh, there is some contact with that Haas, just bumping the back of Nathan Doan, and what on earth did I just see? What a yoke.
Joel taking... No, he will not. I thought he would make it.
No, we have Ranger going on the inside of Regraph. Regraph currently in P8, really good start for him. 8 laps, and they're going to go side by side, and Rigoff just decides to back out of it. As there's a lot of people just not backing out of it. As I mean, I respect it, as they don't want to give up position, but then it could cause into mayhem at the end.
Yeah, and Rigoff is gonna have DRS in the next straight, so he knows what he's doing. He's a champion. Ranger is not. From at least last season, he is not. So Rigoff knows what he's doing. I'm pretty sure of it. He can make it. And Joel just behind that, the Ferrari. Haas with a really great race for the moment.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything right now because I actually kind of want Haas to get some good points this weekend, at least top 10s. And they're actually in top 3s right now, but they still need to make a pit stop. Simon Colston making the move on Jelly, getting up into P11. I don't think Jelly's going to be fighting that for long. But he tried to get the switch back. He's going for it still. Oh my god, he went over that curb. Just definitely went for it. Definitely lost some time though.
Of course, but for the moment, I think he's... Yeah, Simon is even in the pit stop range of Tuesday, the leader, so he's just 11 seconds behind him. He's against someone, so he has someone in front of him. It's Fitzdickwell well. He's a great driver, so he can make it. He can pass him easily, but he still has 3 people ahead of him. As we see, Zux getting a little wide in turn 2. I have no idea what happened, but he's gonna have DRS for the first straights. As we see a battle
for P1
by Seb. Yeah. Will Joel make it?
I mean, he's definitely getting that slipstream. He decides better of it not, but Joel making the move, or trying to make the move on Nathan Doan. But battle for 4th currently, and Simon Colston getting a move done on Fitz. Look, let's go back on board. We've
on the outside.
Seb making a move.
P1 and P20 for Mercedes for the moment. Not the weekend they wanted, but pretty happy for Seb still. But I was thinking Iron Green would lost his position when he would use all of his heroes, but for the moment he's with 50% battery, not worrying about anyone.
Tuesday definitely losing some time though.
Yeah.
I think it may have to be some Haas team orders, because this could I don't know, this could be a bit like what we saw last week in real F1 Brazil, where Sergio Perez was supposed to get a position back off Verstappen, but Verstappen just did not give it back.
Maybe they will make the switch in the first straight. Not looking like it for the moment.
So Tuesday going to try and make the move. I think he's just a bit too far back, and yeah, he won't be deciding doing that. But we'll quickly go on board with Joel, looking on the inside of Nathan Doan. Nathan Doan with some incredible defending. Now we see Seb holding on to that position for the time being. But this is the lap where Haas needs a pit. And Simon Colston in the back of Ranger currently.
But with Ranger has a huge load of battery. Simon doesn't. He couldn't make it in turn 3rd. No, sorry, 9. Turn 9. No? Turn 8? What turn is it? I have no idea. As one of the has pitted.
Yes.
And Iron Green too.
Yeah, that was expected in my opinion. Now, what a yoke definitely going to be trying pushing
Yeah,
that
and
P2
it's
spot,
lap 12.
but as he was behind Tuesday, and Tuesday will be on cold tyres, and looks like he's going to be coming out in with some traffic Tuesday.
Tuesday is
I mean,
gonna go in front of traffic.
yeah, so
But this traffic, it's Adeo,
oh, I think Joel's just made
Marino,
a
and
move. Joel has made the move
he
on
did.
Nathan Doan. It's incredible. That
It is.
is my Joel Gurin right there. But he will be under pressure with Nathan. Oh, and Nathan gets a position back.
Simon on the gearbox. He's going on the inside of Ranger. Ranger taking. No, he's not. He backed off. He has a lot of ERS. Simon is on a different strategy. He knows it. Nice trashcraft from Ranger. Simon is gonna try to get Duncan in the next straight.
Water Yoke is now pitting, fixed it well, getting a 3-second time penalty. Water Yoke now in the pits. Now let's see where he will be coming out. Tuesday definitely going to be pushing, and I honestly think he will be behind Water Yoke.
He might, but for the moment it's Simon who still needs to pit, but has a
Oh damn, he's actually
great,
behind.
great exit of turn 4. He has no ERS left though. Duncan has not a lot of ERS neither, but he's dive bombing the inside at turn 6, really clean. Nice, Duncan left the space, he did nothing, just took the ERS for the second straight.
Yeah,
But he's
letting his
letting
teammate by.
Rangers through. Yeah, they switched position maybe for the pit stop. No, they are both on hards, so I have no idea. But the two has are together again in those positions, so no position change for the Haas team. Seb still needs to pit. He's gonna pit around lap 17, I think. Those hard tires seems great for the moment. Nathan Doan is not coming to him. He's not closing on him, I mean. And Joel is still fighting with him. Yeah, Seb is good. He just needs to do his race. Don't care about anything. And Simon is still to pit, so it's still doable for Seb. And maybe if Seb makes a mistake, the Ferrari can take the win. But for the moment, I'm betting it would be Seb winning.
We have White
Yes,
Yoke and Tuesday just sitting with each other, but I'm not sure if team orders will come in place here.
Maybe not. Maybe it's the let them race.
But then I feel like they're
They
just going to be losing each other's time. And then
yeah.
let's Seb get a pit stop ahead of him.
Maybe they are better. Maybe Tuesday is better.
I mean,
You know, so he's
what Yoke has a full battery. They just need to let him by.
he's Leo Hudson spun with Kyushi behind him, who won't make the move because he's too far back. But
Ranger has
then
made the
behind,
option to pit this lap, so he'll be on mediums. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out.
it's really early.
It's
Really early. It's 15. No, sorry, 14 laps on the medium tire. It's a lot.
It is a lot,
He's
but
gonna,
it can definitely happen.
yeah, it can. He just needs to be careful. He knows what he's doing. I'm pretty sure of it. Red Bull knows too, but he's coming out behind Aaron Green, and Aaron Green is still to pit. Or did he already pit? No, Aaron Green is... No, he has pitted, so he won't need to... He won't have the position that easily. He needs to take it now, or it will be too hard after with his old mediums.
So Haas have actually finally done the swap and let What a Yoke take the first Haas position.
Ranger on the inside, he listens to me, but he won't make it, I think. Aaron Green defending well, taking the inside line. No, the outside first and then the inside. Really great defending from Aaron. DD for driver, I repeated, but he's really good. And for the moment, he's battling with D3 drivers. I hope he's having a lot more fun because D4 is not the cleanest. When you try to defend well, it's not everybody who's gonna give you the space. Ranger does give him the space. He's battling with, but yeah, he makes a mistake in turn 1. Not the place you usually sent it, but he did. And Aaron Green spins.
Oh, that's
He's
really
gonna lose
unlucky.
some position. Yeah, and Spanini a little bit in the back. Not where we would expect him at the beginning of the race. He was doing great, fighting with the top 3. No, fighting behind the top 3, but he was still doing great. But now he's a bit far back. He pitted, so he's just gonna need to... drivers are still needing to pit, like Seb didn't pit yet, Nathan didn't pit yet.
Seb is now pitting.
Oh, he does. Where will he get out?
And so is Nathan Doan.
Yeah, it's a lap to pit, it's 17. But Joel is not. Joel wants to make one extra lap.
So everyone will be now coming in the pits. Where will these Haas drivers come up against at Mercedes?
Oh no.
I think one of them...
didn't.
Oh, they're going to go side by side, and What a Yoke loses it on the curb. And damn, that is very annoying to see as I am part of the Haas team.
Yeah, and Simon takes a lead from Joel. Joel didn't fight him. He knows it's a different strategy. He's just gonna take DRS and go for it. Oh, maybe that's what he wanted. Just let him take DRS, do an extra lap with DRS, ERS. Be fast in the last sector, pit, and go in front of Nathan.
God. They are doing some weird defensive moves on Ranger, and I think Ranger would be pleased with that. However, What a Yoke going to be driving with anger. They will be trying to gain as much positions as he can. They go on the inside of Adeo. And Adeo loses it, and...
Nice from the Haas.
Now Simon and Joel have now pitted, so it'll be interesting to see where Nathan Doan comes up with them.
I guess Simon is going on the medium tire. Yeah, he does, so he's gonna have a huge advantage compared to other drivers. Joel is going out now. Nathan is in turn 1. Oh, Joel had a bit of a moment, but he's going out. Simon, is it Simon? Is it Nathan ahead? It's Simon. Simon is ahead, but Nathan is gonna have DRS, and Simon has cold tires. And Joel is going out behind Ranger, but he will have DRS again. Nathan, with using all his battery, is going to try into turn 5, sorry. Brakes on the inside, leaves space on the outside, but doesn't need. And he's in front, so for the moment it's P1 Seb, P2 Tuesday, and P3 Nathan, but
not for long.
tire advantage is for Simon. which makes the move into turn 7, I'm sorry. And Joel is struggling a bit. He's behind the Haas, not where he wanted to be. Maybe the extra lap was too much. He shouldn't have done it, but I guess he did what he needed to do. And Simon is still to climb the order, so he's now 5.4 seconds behind Tuesday, who is 2 seconds behind Seb. The gap between Tuesday and Seb isn't growing or changing very much through the last laps. But Simon has already taken half a second to Tuesday, so with medium tire, Tuesday with what tires has Tuesday?
Tuesday is hard, 7 lap pole hard.
Yeah, and he's losing to Seb, and Simon is closing to him. So Simon might close up to. Simon might come back to Tuesday before the end of the race, but he's gonna need very lucky and maybe Seb to do a mistake to get back to the first place. But everything is still possible. 10 laps to go. See, and I didn't see it, but Joel made the move, and what a joke.
Yeah.
So he's ahead of this pack, and he's looking to close up the gap to Ranger. Ranger is just trying to come to Nathan Doan. Nathan Doan wants his podium. Who had the pole? I don't remember. Oh, it was Marino. Marino was pole position. He's now P15, not P14 now. Behind the pack, behind Notorious Jellyfish, Dickwell, Iron Green, and Spanini. The little DRS train, Spanini train. Not where we would expect him. I truly expected him to be at least on the podium. He's one of those Italians you want to see winning, like Antonio Giovinazzi. No, sorry. But for the moment, Seb is Tuesday. Is not coming to Seb, and Simon is really closing the gap. Tuesday to, I think it's a 2 seconds a lap faster.
Oh, there was a Haas man.
What a yoke as he was trying to attack Joel. Simon a bit far from the track limits, but he's inside. At least that's what the steward said. 1:27 for his last lap. He's 2 seconds, 0.3 behind Tuesday, and we know this gap is going to come down. But Nathan, surprisingly, he keeps his pace. He's always 1 second behind him, taking DRS. Yeah, Nathan does good. He's doing good. He has much worse tires, but he's doing. Oh no, sorry, he doesn't have that much worse tires.
Oh damn, Marino going on a move on Fitstick. Well, not really much space there, but Marino somehow found it. I would be dumping that ERS and that ERS to make the move on 2 people, not 2, but maybe 3. If he gets this done, this is incredible. This is the move of the day.
Oh no, he gives the DRS to Aaron Green, and Aaron Green is going to. No, he's not going to fight this back, but he's going to try to defend from Fitzdickwell on the inside. On the inside of Marino, maybe? No, Marino with a much better traction. Iron Green who backed off, and Notorious Jelly behind. Spanini just was ahead of this pack 1 lap earlier, and now he's behind everyone. 4 people passed him just in this lap. So don't know if he just made a mistake or got hidden by the DRS because they all had it. I have no idea, but he seems in difficulty.
Or there was an
Maybe
incident
he has.
with
Oh no,
Dan
it's
in the
a
wall.
Mercedes. No, not Dan.
That is
He
Dan
was
in the
fighting
wall.
Adeo. He was fighting Adeo. He was doing good. Ah, he's last.
I think this is where Dan is going to now retire, and Simon gets a move done on Tuesday. Tuesday going to try and find a switchback, but he just does not have the grip compared to Simon.
Okay, I said he wouldn't come back to Seb, but by saying this,
Oh
I
my
think he
god.
might. But Tuesday is on the inside. Simon
Some
with a
great
much
battling.
better traction. Will he go for it? He's going for it. Oh
Yeah,
no!
yeah, that gap was not there.
Yeah, but he didn't. Okay, at least he didn't spin Simon too. Ah, it was too much. Nice trying. And two has his partner are together back together. Tuesday is just behind Duncan. We know who he's going to try. And is it regraph? No, it's. Oh, sorry, it was an Alpha Romeo. It's Notorious Jelly, I think. Yeah, who spun outside of the Parabolica. I don't know how to call this corner, but he looks like a Parabolica,
Oh
so I'm
no,
gonna.
and what a yoke is span again. Tuesday, I mean. It gets
And
bad
what
to
a joke!
worse.
And Regraph are gonna take advantage of it. And as I said, Simon didn't take that much time on Seb. Seb has all his heroes. Simon doesn't. He's not fighting with Nathan Duan anymore, but he knows what he needs to do. Tires are pretty much the same. Seb is coming back to Dan. Maybe he'll lap his teammate or just take DRS. I don't know if Mercedes are gonna try things like this. I have no idea who is engineering tonight. And where is Panini? Oh, did he? Oh, I think he had a bit of a moment. Or maybe he spun because
Oh
he
no,
was.
and
And another has.
so the consistency issues is definitely you can definitely see.
Yeah, that was the main problem when
Oh, and he's got no end plate. That's gonna be hard to take in.
he's gonna, yeah. Oh, and Panini pits too.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
maybe
no, and
he has
the other hat is now spinning.
two has a spinning. Maybe it's the setup, maybe it's a skill issue. I don't know. Freddy, tell us.
I honestly think it's a skill issue.
It's not a setup. You didn't have these issues.
No, I did say my thoughts on about the setup of what we have been given, and I will be maybe just editing it a little bit, but other than that, the setup is good to have.
Okay. And Spanini did pit, but it was for soft tires, so no front wing change, just strategy. So I don't know why. Maybe he wants to get the fastest lap, but with Tuesday pitting, it's not quite the move you would like to do. Sorry. Or maybe he had like the pit crew didn't change his wing. What he?
Ooh,
Oh, and it's
Leo
Leo
Hudson.
Hudson spinning. But for the moment, the gap between P1 and P2 is pretty much staying the same. The same with Seb P1 and Simon P2. 4.3 seconds lap. Yeah, it's staying the same. It's good. And Dan, which is doing great too. He isn't lapped. By just looking at the map because we don't have the time, but it's staying the same gap as it was two laps ago. So it just shows that he didn't have. It's not because he's slow that he's in this position. He just didn't have much luck tonight. I didn't see his race, but he might made contacts or strategy called that weren't that good. But for the moment, he's staying. The last Mercedes I saw in the last place retired on the lap 1 or lap 2. It was Luca. In
Ooh.
last. Oh no! Simon takes a 3-second penalty. So 3-second time penalty. So if Nathan Doan goes into that 3-second gap, he can make it to P2. Simon has no years left, but Nathan does, so he can try. He has 3 laps to do it. They have the same tires, so now it's just skill speaking. No tire, no strategy, just skill. And an Alfa Romeo spun. It's not a jelly.
I think he might have reset the track there, I'm not too sure.
I didn't see if he reset it to track or not.
Tuesday making a position on Cushy, who does spin.
And not those jelly spins again, so might have called hot tires. And the back, Leo Kritus and Kevin Magnussen are coming back on him. Leo Hudson too. Will he make the move? Yes, he does. He clearly does. But Notorious Jelly is gonna have the DRS now.
He looks like he's still going to be spinning. Ooh, he's got hot tires.
He does. So he's really careful. That's well done. He's careful on the outside. Zex is just behind Ranger. There are 2 laps to go by the end of this lap, if I'm not mistaken. No, there's 3 laps to go.
Yeah, 3 laps to go currently. Seb leading by a 4-second gap. Currently, just taking control of the race right now.
Nathan is just behind Simon, but into this 3-second gap. So for the moment, he's P2 and another half spinning.
Yeah, that is Tuesday once again. Just been very. It's been quite an awkward week. But Jelly has spun again also.
Yeah, what's happening? Everyone pitted too early. I told you it was too early to pit. I don't know.
And Jelly is going to be now pitting.
Yeah, it was too early to pit lap 9. I think it was when I told it. I'm gonna check this. Yeah, the first. Oh no, sorry, it was for Simon, but Simon was doing a 2-stop strategy. Noto's Jelly's fighting was Dan on the exit, but Dan made it past him in the pits. I don't know if I was Seb, I wouldn't push that much because Simon had a 3-second time penalty. I wouldn't risk to push and spin or lose every. I'm sorry. Lose all the work I have done that far, and just because of having bad tires spinning at the end or tires exploding. So if I was Seb, I wouldn't push that much.
Yeah, I'm just on a good battle, so to interrupt, with Joel and Ranger. Former, what's the word called?
For the P5, P4?
Former teammates. They were, but Rangers decided to go to Red Bull. So I feel like Joel will be pushing quite hard. Dan getting another 3-second time penalty. Once again, not been his day, but I'm sure he'll be happy for next week.
Yeah, it's not a track he loves the most. It's not a track we love at Mercedes. We didn't have a really great setup compared to Brazil. But and Kyushi and Notorious Jelly are fighting for the last position be into the last lap. Kyushi made the move stick on the second gear straight the lap before, and now he's doing it. Notorious Jelly.
Yeah.
Kyushi was a bit of a moment.
So Joel is right behind Ranger now. Ranger getting 30% extra battery from Joel. And I wonder if he will be using and getting a better exit than Joel. But Joel, he may have a straight line speed. But it looks like Ranger's just pulling out way in the distance.
And Neo Hudson resetting to track again. And
Oh, he
Tuesday
did.
coming on him. Will there be a contact like we saw just before? Oh, okay. He came back on track safely, so it's okay. But Kyushi is a bit unfortunate for Seb as he's. But all this back, so there won't be any lapped cars.
There won't be any
Everyone
lapped
is on
cars anymore,
the same
but
lap.
there is a man who's never won before in Zoom Racing League, comes to Mercedes in Division 3 and wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in Division 3. Simon Coulson getting P3 after that 3-second time penalty. Nathan Doan snatching that P2 away. And looks like someone just reset the track. I don't know who it was, I could be wrong. But
And Dan
Dan has
retired.
retired.
I've no idea what happened. Maybe
Dan retired on track.
yeah, he might thought it was done and Sabat crossed the finish line, so it was okay. I have no idea what happened there. Maybe it wasn't done on purpose. I have no idea. And Kyushi was a lot of hot tires.
She's spatting once again.
Marino with a great recovery. He was starting from pole position. He had a spin. He ended up into the back of the pack, like P16 or P15, and now he's P18. So great recovery, but not where he would like to finish when he started this race. Regraph 2, great pace from him. He was in D4 last season, now he's P7. Great job. Iron Green P11, I think the best of the reserves, if I'm not missing. Like, I don't know if what a yoke is a reserve or not. Leo Kritus, who was a Xbox driver, is now P13. Kevin Magnussen, with a lot of movements, spin and resets to track, is P14. Spanini, with a really hard race for him, is P15. Tuesday, your teammate is P16 with same a lot of mistakes, a lot of problems. Leo Hudson P17, Lotus JD P18, Kyushi P19 who is going to finish his lap, and Dan who is P20.
Absolutely,
So
that was a great result for Seb. Definitely dominated that performance. Nathan Doan, he was there, but he didn't really fight Seb for too long. I don't think he did after that second stint. So disappointing result for Haas, as they were definitely they were top 3 at one point, or both of them were top 3 at one point. And then Tuesday having a lot of incidents, or just spinning, and Wateryoke having the same issue. So let's go grab Seb in, as he's the only one in waiting room.
Okay.
So Seb, my boy, so it's your first race win, I'm pretty sure. If not, then congratulations, you won in a way. Was it a tough race, or was it quite a smooth operator?
I'd say it was pretty smooth. I mean, my first win in league racing, and a pretty good one, so I'm really happy about it. In quali we didn't get the best result. I think there was a little bit more time we could find on our lap. Maybe not for pole, but just put us higher. And the start was really rough. I dropped 3 or 4 positions, but from there it was just managing. I had a couple drivers in front of me spin, and then we were just kind of up there fighting the Haas's. We were on the hard tire and a good pace, so I had a feeling then. And then once they pitted, it was just fighting to make sure they wouldn't get the undercut. We came out next to them and managed to get ahead on the mediums, and from there it was just kind of managing the race, keeping the pace where it was. But I'm really happy. It was kind of a clean race. I'm not worried about any tickets or anything. So yeah, I mean, really fucking excited. And my engineer Luke really fucking helped, and feel really bad for Dan. He had the pace. He was very similar to my lap times, but he just got mugged on the start, so there was nothing he could do.
Yeah, we saw it. He was like when you were closing to him, not lapping him, but he was in front. He was always in front of, and the gap was always the same. So same lap times, even at the end.
Yeah,
Just maybe lack of luck.
yeah, I think
Mm.
so.
I mean, I would congratulate you on your win, but after you just swore it 3 times on my stream, I can't be having that.
Oh, sorry about that. I kind of forgot.
It's alright.
Um,
I'm sure loads of people forget anyway.
yeah,
Um.
well,
So
I'd
yeah.
like to apologize to the children.
Yeah.
I, I'm just having a question for Seb. The when before Simon got the time penalty, you were like 4 seconds ahead of him, and after he got it in 2 or 3 laps, it was down to 2 seconds. Did you slow down to manage your tires and fuel, or
Um, it wasn't even fuel and tires. It was just not exceeding track limits as much to make sure we didn't get any spins. We
yeah,
were always managing that 4 second gap, and the pace was fine. I wasn't really having to push. But once that time penalty was there, I just really took it easy. And then I had 2 lap cars behind me who unlapped themselves with the tire advantage, and there was just no point in me trying to fight them and like getting on a curb too much because of it.
yeah, we saw
So
it, and you got the rest of it too.
yeah, so the race really just ended up being managing, but given the consistency issues I had in D2 last season, I'm really happy with this one.
Well, congratulations, and hope to see you again on the podium and maybe on the first step of the podium.
Yeah, and congrats to Simon for making the 2 stop work. It was really impressive.
Yeah, I need to
Absolutely.
ask him.
Right. Yeah. So that was a really good win from Seb. Hopefully we can definitely see him more on the in the booth. I mean, we do see him anyway every week in the booth commentating, but no,
So,
we'll go with our P3,
Good.
um, Simon
Simon,
Colston. How are you feeling?
Hello.
hello.
Um, Decent result, to be fair. I'm quite happy with the outcome, to be fair.
I just
Yeah, I
realised that.
saw you.
Oh, go on, Emma.
Pardon?
We'll let Emma speak.
I saw your qualifying lap. Like, what happened at the beginning? You were P20, and just in 1 lap,
Yes.
you made a time, but it was like 30, 37. What happened? Did you have a moment, or you just stopped yourself?
So my first qualifying run, I exceeded track limits at the final corner. So I was only planning to do 2 runs, and for the final run, I just had to give it everything. It wasn't my best lap, but I just gave it everything, and I
Yeah,
went into the race knowing I would do a 2 stop because I
yeah,
felt that it was going to be the quickest way around, hoping for a
okay.
safety car and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and you didn't got one, but I'm pretty sure if you had this safety car, you would have won because you were really the fastest driver around this. But
yeah,
for the start, so you started P8, and by the
yep,
end of lap one, you were first.
yeah. It's
Ah,
just the soft tire advantage compared to most people in front of me had the hards on, so it was like the soft tires were 2-3 seconds a lap quicker because it's the
okay,
first
okay,
lap and everyone's trying to find their feet. So
okay, okay. So good job for making the two-stopper works.
thank you.
How the will you? How you say it? Sorry.
Pardon?
The 3 second time penalty.
Yeah.
Is it a
So
mistake or is it a
yeah.
bug?
So no, it was a mistake. I was trying to push to close the gap to Seb for the win. I just exceeded track limits pushing, and it was my own fault. And I got the 3 seconds for it and lost second place. So it happens. So I'm so happy with the result though. So
Yeah, I don't remember your result from Brazil, but you might be you have to be really happy because there is a lot of people who haven't been on the podium in this league, and surely it will happen one day. And now is your day.
yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah, I'm more happy about that race, to be honest.
great job
Absolutely,
from you.
you
At least
should
you
be.
didn't lose the podium position.
Nice.
Yeah, no. Right, so we've had one American, we've had one British guy that I've just realised he was British, and now we're going to be bringing another nationality into the booth. Well, he's kind of American, but he's actually Vietnamese, I'm pretty sure. But he's still stinky at the game. He can never win. So, Nathan, hello. Actually, weren't just talking about you, how bad you are, but hey, that's another P2 result for the Ferrari team.
Nathan,
And I
you
don't
there?
think Nathan is here.
Oh no, I'm here now. It just took them to connect to the call.
No worries. Are you going to answer my question?
I don't know what it was.
This is why no one likes you. I was just saying, how do you feel, pretty much?
Oh, yeah, it's a good race. I definitely was on the slower end today, but I saw that penalty in front of me. I just had to go. So good race overall.
Absolutely. You were definitely fighting with the Hasses and can't remember who. I think it might have been Joe or Ranger at the start of the your first stint. But a lot of clean driving, would you not say?
Yeah, I mean, compared to what we've seen in the past, I think our driving has improved a lot.
Yeah, I mean, last week I don't really remember. I think there was a safety car very late on, and a lot of incidents happening right at the end as everyone was getting very impatient with each other. So, but today was definitely a step up, and the people saying that D3 is a meme division now, I definitely did not say that. It's getting better, like with clean drivers, and it's something that we all want to see. It's definitely what the drivers want to see. But let's talk about this season. Like, what's your aim for this season?
I want to get the second world championship.
Oh yeah, so you've done it with the main man, myself, winning me one of the championships. But I mean, this year is it a one-man team like it was last time?
No, not necessarily. I think Rigraff is a very good driver. The quality he needs to work on a little bit, but his race pace is very good. So I think that he's going to bring us some good points this season.
Who do you think the main competitors are? Is it going to be Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, even? Maybe Haas if Haas can sort their inconsistency out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Simon Colston, of course, he's very quick, and then Seb again. It's his first race win, but I don't think it will be his last this season. So those two, in particular, I think those are our competitors.
Yeah, right.
Haas. You don't think Haas is gonna win or be competitive this season?
Well, I mean, they're quick on paper, but they have made some inconsistencies. Like I think they probably could have finished on the podium today, but they didn't. So
Yeah, true. Could have been an easy one too.
Absolutely. We're going to end it here for tonight. Nathan, thank you for brilliant driving. Thank you for coming in the booth with the interviews. Hopefully, we will see you once again next week. We actually don't have a race next week, do we? So, next few weeks,
No,
or whenever we do
it's
have a race. Yeah, hopefully you can enjoy. Hopefully, your parents do watch, right?
yeah, they're watching right now. They're probably hearing these words, maybe 30 seconds late, but
Yeah, well, is what it is. But hopefully we will see you back in the booth 1 week. So,
Yep.
right, Aero, that is it. Thank you for your thank you for broadcasting with me tonight. I know it's very stressful most of the times if people do back out last second. But for your debut broadcast, you want to say anything? You can say anything you want.
No, I won't say anything. Just thank you to broadcasting with me, because you shouldn't have made it, but you wanted to keep our league alive and broadcast to be done. So you did it, even though you weren't the one. You were not the one in the match in the best position and in the best health to do it, but you still made it. So thank you to you and your I'm sorry, I don't know the English word for it.
It's fine.
But
It's fine.
your
We all know what you
dedication
mean.
to the league.
Yeah. No, we all know what you mean. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. In half hour time, we do have Division 2 in we've got Division 2 in half hour time, 10 p.m. EST. That'll be definitely much more better racing than we'll be watching here. But so this
Maybe
is
not.
what's that?
Maybe not. Maybe D3 is better. You don't know.
Yeah, we